Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for all the subscribers so far and all the support. Something really good happened yesterday and I want to share that before we begin the video. I met my old friend after 20 years through this YouTube channel, and how we met again is funny. Now, one of my subscriber, Edith from California, she forwarded my video how to fix the low pressure on Breville Barista Express. She forwarded that video to my missing friend and he watched my video and he wondered, I know this guy, where did I met him? I know this guy well. So finally, to clear his doubts, he contacted me and I was so glad to meet my friend after 20 years. He used to make us laugh a lot. He used to make everyone laugh around him, and still he made me laugh again after 20 years. We laughed non-stop yesterday. We had a very long call, a video call yesterday with this friend of mine and Edith, my subscriber, and we had a very long chat, and his name is John, in case you want to know. Anyway, I want to share that photo. Have a look. Anyway, thank you, Edith, for helping us to meet again after 20 years. Really appreciate that. Now let's come back to the video. Now, one of my subscriber, Ishtiak, requested if I can post some videos. First one on how to clean the grinder for Breville Barista Express. So today's video is about that. Now, for those who weigh your bean before grinding, you might have noticed that you put 18 grams of beans in, but you get only 17 or 17 and a half grams of grinds out of the grinder. So few grinds disappeared. Why? The reason is your beans could be oily and it can get stuck in some of the components inside the grinder, or it could be accumulating somewhere inside the grinder. That's why it is important for you to clean it. And you should clean your grinder at least once in a month for better efficiency and better run. Especially if you are using oily beans or dark roast, you have to be very careful, as the coffee oil can build up deposits inside which can be gunky or gummy, and that can affect the performance of the grinder. So it's very important that you clean the grinder regularly. Now, if you are using medium roast beans, then you can increase that cleaning interval by 3 months. Otherwise, it's highly recommended that you clean your grinder at least once a month. Now, you need to clean 3 parts in your grinder. First one is the bean hopper, and second one is the internal burr, and the third one is the grinder shaft. It's somewhere here. So let's have a closer look at these 3 components and see how to clean them. Now, before you open the bean hopper, make sure you unplug your machine. That's for safety purpose. Now let's have a closer look at the grinder. Now, first part is to clean the bean hopper. I know some people love to store their coffee beans inside the bean hopper. I won't recommend you that because the coffee beans can lose its freshness. I prefer to put fresh beans whenever needed into the hopper. Remaining, I store it in an airtight container. Now you turn this counterclockwise to open, and then you can remove it. Now, if you look closely, you can see the chaffs and a bit oily on the surface. You need to clean that first. Now, to clean this bean hopper, all I do is I take a wet cloth and wipe it. That should take out all the dirt away. And Okay, that looks clean. And use the dry side of the cloth and clean it immediately so that it is dry. Okay, that looks clean. Now if it is too oily, you could always use some soap and clean it, but make sure you wipe it dry and rinse it well. Now that the bean hopper is clean, I can set it aside and then look at the second component, that is the internal burr grinder. Let's see how to clean this. Now in your Breville cleaning kit, you would have received a brush, this one. So you could use this to clean all the coffee grinds, the sides especially, and loosen it up before you use the vacuum. Now let's use a vacuum cleaner. Now there are a few more beans that are stuck here, so you could always use the brush to loosen it up. If there is any beans that are stuck here in between this area, you'll find that it's difficult to open this burr grinder. So make sure you loosen it up and take out the big coffee grinds. It looks clean, I guess. So let me open the burr. So to open the burr, you need to open this clip first, and then you need to turn it counterclockwise. So currently it's in the lock position. You need to turn it to the align position to unlock. So turn it counterclockwise. You can apply pressure. So let me use the other hand. Okay. So now the arrow points now to the aligned position, and then you can lift it up. So that's how you open. Now if you notice, there's a lot of coffee grinds that are stuck. This is the reason why you need to clean your burr grinder. Even look at the surrounding, it's all in a mess. So I'm going to use the brush to clean all these grinds that are stuck. And clean this area. This is also important because this is where the coffee grinds. So after cleaning a layer of this, you could always wipe it with a wet cloth and dry it immediately. So let me do that quickly. Now I'm going to use the dry side and clean it immediately. We don't want any moisture to be in the burr. So that looks clean and dry. Now next thing is you clean the inner burr area. As you can see, there's a lot of coffee grinds there, so you need to clean this. So let me bring back my vacuum. Before that, let me just loosen up all the tough dirts. Now it looks clean, but still make sure there is no grinds that are stuck. So I'm going to clean it again just to be sure. You can gently wipe the blades also with a brush. Now observe if there is any grinds that are stuck in between the blade here. If there is, just use the brush and clean it thoroughly. I see some dirt here, so I'm cleaning it. Now after cleaning this, again use the vacuum and clean it thoroughly. Now it looks clean. At least I don't see any dirt there. I could see up to the bottom portion. It looks clean. Maybe it's not clear in the video. Anyway, that's how you clean the internal burr. Now you can put this burr back into the grinder. So in order to do that, first look at the arrow and make sure it points the align first, and then turn it to the lock position. Okay, make sure it is in well, and then turn it to the lock position. Very important, make sure you hear the click sound. That sound. That will ensure that it is locked. If you don't hear that click sound, there's something wrong. There could be a bean that is stuck inside. Make sure you clean it thoroughly and try again till you hear that click to lock. Now if you have locked it successfully, next thing is to clean the grinder shaft. So let's put the bean hopper first and lock it till you hear that click, and then close it. Let's look at the grinder shaft. Let's see where the grinder shaft is. Now you go under the dosing funnel, and this is where your grinder shaft is. I don't know if you can see, but I see some coffee grinds stuck in there. Doesn't look bad though, but you need to clean that area as well. So let's see how to clean that area. Now use the same brush provided by Breville to clean the grinder shaft. So let me try to clean that area. So you could put it well inside, as deep as possible, and just wiggle it around. Make sure you clean all the sides. Sometimes when you dispense, you won't get the coffee grinds. The reason is there could be a big buildup in the grinder shaft. That could be the reason. So clean all the area, surrounding area. Anyway, mine doesn't look that bad. There's few dirt that came out. And clean the sides. You could also use the same wet cloth to clean the surrounding area. Okay, so it looks clean now. Now my grind shaft looks clean. I still see some coffee grinds up there next to the grinder. You don't need to worry much about that. but I've cleaned as much as possible wherever I could reach. You could still clean that dirt that you see. You don't need any buildup, so let me try again and try to clean as much as possible. I think I did a decent job there, so let me leave it as it is. Didn't look bad. There were only few grinds that were stuck in the grinder shaft. So that's how you clean the grinder thoroughly. Now the other issue that I mentioned where you have the bean hopper full of beans, but when you dose it, there's no grinds that come out of the grinder shaft. The reason could be the oily bean could get stuck here. To fix that, all you need to do is open it and push the beans inside. That will fix the issue. I had this issue earlier. I thought that will be a tip for you. Don't be surprised that there is no coffee grinds coming out. So all you do is just push the beans down. Now this is the manual way to clean the Breville grinder. Now if this method is too hard for you to do it, there is an automatic method as well. I will be posting that next. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified my next video. Now that's a clean sound you're looking for. Clean, everything clean. Anyway, give a thumbs up if you like this video and please consider subscribing to my channel. See you on the next video. Bye for now.